Life is an examination. Sumitra and Suresh were my classmates. Sumitra was bright and sharp in her youth. She was dynamic. She used to top the class in her studies. Suresh was not as bright as Sumitra, but he was a very nice person. They fell in love and got married. Suresh earned lots of money through business. Sumitra lent a helping hand in managing the business. Even though they were well off, Sumitra would never spend money unnecessarily. She knew the value of money and hard work. I used to meet them once in a while, maybe at a get together at their place. They were perfect hosts. We should all sit on their lawn remembering our golden days. Outwardly, they looked happy, the perfect couple made for each other. But there was always a trace of sadness. They had no children, and they had decided not to adopt a child for reasons of their own. One day, Sumitra called me with an invitation. Can you come over for dinner in the evening? I thought that it was one of their usual parties. But when I entered their house, I felt tension. They were both looking tired and worried and not at all themselves. As soon as Sumitra saw me, she broke down. Today I went for a medical checkup. It was a routine checkup. That's what I thought, but my doctor says there is a problem with my kidney. I'm really worried. Death, a 5-letter word, scares everyone. The person may be a king, a billionaire, or a beggar, but there is nobody who can escape death. I could easily understand Sumitra's and Suresh's worries. The previous year, Suresh had had a heart attack. They were entirely dependent on each other. Now the time had come when they did not know how long they would survive. In life, nothing can be equated with health. Good health is the greatest asset. Money can buy medicine and comfort, but not happiness. They wanted me to listen to their worries, and I did so wholeheartedly. Suresh was very practical. Look, now we must think of how we should spend money in the remaining years. We should write our will so that later on there won't be any problem among the relatives. No relative helped us in our difficult period, so I don't want to give anything to any of them. Suresh was right. When a person earns money through hard work, his personality is different. Whereas if he inherits money without hard work, he will not be strong. But Sumitra had a different opinion. It was the first time that I saw Sumitra opposing her husband. Thought it was a cool night, their heated arguments raised the temperature in the room. I did not interfere in their discussion. It was their personal matter and their money. How could an outsider like me get involved? I thought it better not even to witness such things, so I decided to leave. Sumitra stopped me and said, "We called you for suggestions. You have been dear and impartial to us. Don't consider yourself an outsider." So I had to stay and listen to both their arguments. I have never spent money on myself. I don't know how long I will live. Let me enjoy my life the way I want. This was Sumitra's argument. No conclusion was drawn on that day. Days passed, I could see a rift between the couple. I used to see and hear about Sumitra more than I did of Suresh. She started buying very fashionable clothes regardless of whether they suited her or not. I saw her photos in the society pages. Once when I was returning from a trip, I ran into her at the Mumbai airport. I could not believe my eyes. Was she the same Sumitra, the Sumitra of long hair and cotton sarees? Now she was dressed in transparent western clothes, dripping diamonds all over, bracelets, earrings, rings and chains. Her face had half an inch of makeup and she was drenched in perfume. She explained why she was in Mumbai. I was here for a horse race. I had never seen a horse race before, so I thought, let me have that experience. From here, I am flying to Chennai to attend the wedding of a film producer's daughter. Since when have you started moving in the same circles as film producers? Of late, I have started financing movies. It's a great field. I was not even aware of it. I spent all my life without enjoying so many things. Now I am busier than before. How is Suresh? She was unhappy with my question. He is, as usual, immersed in his business. Now I realized that both of them were leading their lives independently. Suresh called me a few times to ask about certain educational institutions. Because of my experience, I gave my sincere opinion. After a few days, Suresh's lawyer called me up. Suresh has made his final will and he wants you to be the executor. Is this acceptable to you? I was surprised about Suresh's decision. Neither was I his relative, nor did I have any business association with him. I thought that I should go and meet him. One of the most important responsibilities in life is to handle somebody else's money. You can afford to lose your own money, but if you are a trustee of any organization, then your responsibilities are 1,000 times greater. Trust is one of the most precious qualities you can find in this world. I met Suresh at his home. Sumitra was away in Delhi. He was alone and cheerful, talking to his lawyer. When I read the will, I was surprised. He wanted to fund scholarships and make donations to educational institutes, libraries, and computer centers. But nowhere did he want his name to be mentioned. All donations were in Sumitra's name. I raised my eyebrows. Yes, he explained. We may differ in our ideas, but without her help, I would not have built my business. She has her own opinions, but this is the way I look at it. Is Sumitra aware of this will? No, please don't tell her about this. After a week's time, I came to know that Sumitra's condition was very serious. She was dead before I could reach the hospital. I also came to know that her bank balance was nil. Suresh seemed to take his dear wife's death very well. They had been married for a very long time, so I imagined how hard it must be for him to live without her. After a year, Suresh's lawyer called me and informed me that he had passed away in his sleep. Thus, the lives of the two of my great friends, two individuals, ended within the span of 1 year. Whenever I look at the Sumitra Memorial Prize, I am faced with the question, is life not strange? Both of them knew that they would die, but chose two different paths. Sumitra was brighter than Suresh, but did not understand life the way Suresh understood it. She opted to enjoy life, whereas Suresh opted for philanthropic deeds. The same set of circumstances brought two different results from two different individuals.